Why doesn't the study hard, get a job, live comfortably system work out? What's wrong with it, and how can you skip the first 2 steps and jump straight to the last one? I know what I'm talking about. I'm a professional trader with an 88.7% win rate. I bought a Lamborghini, live in my dream house and travel whenever I want. But here's what's really important. I've taught 48,000 followers to achieve similar success without experience, years of study, or a large starting budget. Hey, this is Simon. Today you'll learn what's holding you back from getting more. We'll talk about common myths, identify the problem, and get straight to the solution. At the end, I'll share real success stories from my students, how they started, what they did, and what they've achieved. I've broken it down nice and simple, like your personal recipe for success. Choose what suits you and start copying. And for the first 15 bold people ready to start, I've got a gift for you. An extra 50% on your first deposit. For example, you put in 200 and your account balance will show 300. Pretty cool, right? Just click the link in the description or the pinned comment and send me a message to claim your bonus. Here we are on the platform. Let me quickly add today's main players. There we go. A couple more stocks. Done. Indicators, RSI and stochastic oscillator. One more thing, let's tweak the visuals a bit so everything's clear and convenient to work with. Adjusting the thickness and colors. All set. Let's start with our first pair. Check in the chart. The candles hit the resistance level and can't push past it. Consolidation is kicking in. Stochastic has bounced off the lower boundaries, signaling a reversal. Oh, there's also a green candle with the wick below. Perfect setup for rebound upward. Everything looks solid. Let's keep moving. Alright, this one's looking great. The candle's moving like a train with no stops, no corrections, and the indicators are silent, basically saying everything's fine, don't worry. Okay, I'm jumping into this upward trend. Let's see what's next. Let's get to the topic of today's video and start with a common misconception. Accept things as they are and stop fooling yourself. How many times have you heard study hard, get a stable job, and you'll have a nice life? In reality, it's the opposite. A stable job often means barely scraping by, and a diploma is just a fancy piece of paper that doesn't guarantee anything for your bank account. The world today is flexible, and formal academic achievements are becoming secondary. What matters most now are real skills. So, the first step toward change is deciding what you really want. A prestigious title, being proud of your degree, or actual rewards. I never understood as a kid why adults always said, "You need to get a job." I'd ask, why? All you do is complain and get tired. Their answer was predictable. You need savings to live. But then they'd admit they barely made enough and didn't enjoy their work. That's when I finally got it. A job doesn't equal rewards. So if you're after the latter, shift your mindset and look for proven paths that deliver results instead of the illusion of stability. Let's move on to our stock. Right from the start, there's a strong downward trend. No engulfing candles or support levels to rebound from. Why overcomplicate things? I'm sticking with the trend downward. Spot on. Alright, what do we have here? You can clearly see the sellers dominating. Red candles are stomping on the green ones with no mercy. RSI is plunging and stochastic is practically breaking through the floor. There are no signs of reversal. Make sense? Yeah, it does. I'm going down. Yep, I knew it. Let's move forward. Let's get back to the topic of the video. Now that you've made up your mind, it's time to take action. It all seems clear. You've set a goal, but do you know what's interesting? Most people, about 80%, never actually take that first step. Why? A million reasons. Fear, what if I mess up, or just not knowing what to do next. Here's a simple motivation test for you. Think about your job. How do you feel when you wake up in the morning knowing you have to go to work? If it already feels unbearable, that's the strongest sign it's time for a change. Right now, you're dependent on everything around you. People, schedules, bosses, coworkers, transportation, even the weather. It's time to cut those ties and move forward. Picture this. It starts raining. Your mood drops instantly, and then your way to work messes up and you're late. When you get there, your boss yells at you, your coworkers complain they had to cover for you. This is not some fantasy. I've lived through it all, so I know exactly what it feels like to be trapped in that cycle. But now I can take a deep breath and feel the freedom. What a feeling! Don't like the rain or cold? Buy a plane ticket and fly to Bali. No more being tied down by the weather, schedules, or bosses. I don't worry about wars or who's winning elections. And this is not like buying company stocks only to find out later that the company went bankrupt. Here I make my own decisions right here, right now. I live in the moment, free of anxiety about the future or burdens from the past. That's freedom. All right, back to despair. Let's check the chart. Textbook setup here. The candle's been hovering around the level for a while, like it's getting ready to jump. And then bam, an impulse, a breakout, followed by a slight pullback. Perfect. I'm entering right on this pullback and expecting the growth to continue. Let's see how it goes. Excellent. Okay, now this one's interesting. The correction seems to be over and the candle's like, all right, let's get back on trend. The indicators confirm it, everything's aligned, no signs of reversal. All right, I'm jumping in and riding this wave upward. I've realized one thing. The greatest way to learn is to jump in and try it. Theory is not going anywhere, but experience only comes from action. Of course, no one's gonna blindly start guessing in the market. That would be naive. But following the steps of a professional, that's a whole different story. It works for both beginners and experienced traders. See for yourself how it works for my 48,000 subscribers. I take full responsibility for the decisions, and they just follow along and multiply their numbers by 500 times. Wanna join? The link is in the description and the pinned comment. This one's looking strong. The chart's showing a sharp upward move with no pullbacks. It's like a freight train, unstoppable. The indicators have all flipped, signaling a trend reversal to an upward direction. Makes sense. I'm going in for growth. We are diving into the main point of the video now. Start with realistic goals. Don't expect to be cruising around in a red sports car tomorrow. No, the first step is replacing the income from your current job. My journey from a job I hated to living my dream life in trading took me 7 years. But you don't have to wait that long. The key is having the right mindset, a solid foundation, and making that decisive first step. Forget fairy tale dreams and focus on your actual needs. I just want to do what I love. If that's what you are thinking, here's what you need to understand. Everyone has a passion, but not everything you love will pay off immediately. Don't give up on your dreams, but start with something that delivers results. Over time, you'll be able to focus on what truly inspires you. Look for something that works for everyone. If it works for the most people, it will work for you too. There's no such thing as all the spots are taken or the train is full. There's plenty of space for everyone under the sun. Let me tell you about my audience. My method works for absolutely anyone, and I truly mean it. Check out the reviews. Young people, older folks, everyone in between. This proves that success doesn't depend on your age, profession, or experience. What matters is taking that first step. All you need are 3 things: a smartphone or laptop, an internet connection, and access to my channel. If you've got this golden trio and you've made it this far into the video, you're ready to start. Excuses like "I can" or "it won't work for me" won't fly anymore. Sure, you can take the long road to success and spend 6-8 years like I did, or you can use my experience and get there faster. The choice is yours. Now, as promised, real-life stories from my subscribers that you can follow step by step.
Very happy that I've been recently trading this past few days with Simon. Been profitable. It's been nice, and his strategies has helped me build, so Now I'm making more than just hard working every day.
Hey family, I just wanted to say I'm excited about trading under Simon. At first I was skeptical because of the other people that I've messed with but not honest with me. And I got to say, Simon is the real deal. Truthful and consistent. And I'm going to continue trading with him. Great guy.
Click the link in the description or the pinned comment. Read, choose, and copy. My subscribers have already multiplied their numbers by 500 times. Still think this is not for you? Take a look at how different everyone is. Yet they've all made it work. Starting is always scary, but it's even harder to start again after failure. Some people came to me with zero trust because they'd lost savings on expert courses and false promises before. They started small, 50, 100, 500, and eventually made several times that amount. That takes courage. They didn't give up after setbacks, but found the strength to try again. That's a true fight against fear and self-doubt. I'm confident you'll find the strength too, and you won't regret it. Ask yourself again, are you satisfied with your job, your life, the endless possibilities? Look at my subscriber stories. They simply followed the steps and now they're flying off for winter vacations, buying MacBooks, and refreshing their wardrobes. It's not about luck, it's about action. If you want the same results, take the same steps. Everything else is just an excuse.